Hello, if anyone's there. Hi, Connie, how are you? I'm good. Basically going live today as I didn't vlog yesterday. Just had a really nice time. Went to my mum's and it was my uncle's birthday and there was quite a few family members around, so I didn't really vlog. So I thought I'd go live as, yeah, I'm not really doing much today. I've actually up to the oh, excuse me, up to the hill on my sock, and normally I do the fish lips kiss heel, but what I'm going to do today, a bit later, is I'm going to do a garter stitch heel, so knit every row, and I'm looking forward to doing that and trying that one out. And I really love this yarn, so, but I thought I'd come on, do a bit of do a little bit of my granny square while I'm here. Yes, I have finished my jumper. It is right here, but I have millions of ends to weave in. It is humongous. Let me show you. So this is it. It is huge, loads of ends. I still got to sew up a little bit here because it's not really falling right, so I think I should just stitch, like manipulate that a little bit and stitch it up. But I absolutely love it, and I think I've still got like 6 balls left, so yeah. I just hate sewing up. It is the worst thing ever, is sewing up, but once all the ends are weaved in and everything, I will actually take a picture of me wearing it and whatever. So hi Sarah, hi Sean. But yeah, this is my finished jumper. I am so pleased with it, but I just think it's going to be too warm to wear now. So yeah, just have to wait and see. But the ends, there's so many ends. I probably will weave the ends in later today. It's just nice to come on and have a little chin wag. I really enjoyed Jan's live on Saturday. It was just really nice to, it's quite relaxing. And I did mention that in there that I went to knit group on Saturday, and I just can't wait for the next one. It was really, really good. I really enjoyed it, and I did explain to them what I did and YouTube and things like that. So yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to the next one and seeing how it goes. Hi Jean, hi Michelle. At the moment they are knitting or crocheting little birds to go into the shop windows here in Hymes Park. I think to sell. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't really get the I just sort of briefly heard the conversation, but they're to go into the shop windows in Hymes Park for charity. So I think that ends this month, and then the next thing is tea cozies. And I did say to the lady, I've got loads of tea cozy patterns, but I probably won't make any. But you never know, I might do. I might find one that I quite like. I have made a crochet tea cozy before. So you're washing your kitchen ceiling. Did you spill something? I did all my skirting boards on Saturday before me and my sister went to knit group. Mikey had a little nap, and I was washing the breakfast stuff up in the kitchen, and I slopped loads of water from the frying pan because I rinsed the frying pan first. Slopped loads of water on the floor, and I was like, oh no. So on my hands and knees, I washed all the floor because it was quite greasy. So I washed the floor a couple of times and then done skirting boards, and then I came out into the hallway and did the skirting boards, and then I did the little bit in the front room, and it's just, yeah, it's unbelievable what you actually clean. I can imagine, Sean, especially with a kitchen as well, because obviously all the cooking, and it's it's like if I leave anything on top of my kitchen cupboards, they go like really sticky and greasy, like just within a couple of months, I would say. I don't use a chip pan that often, but whenever you're frying anything, yeah, it's not very nice. I've got this far on my granny square so far. That made a lot of sense, didn't it? This is how much I've done. I'm hoping to get a little bit more done today. The lady that wants the hole's not very big, so that's why I'm using a 4.5mm hook. And to be honest, I don't think your fingers are going to get caught in that too much. She wants it like for the evening, and I did say it probably won't be done this winter, like when it's cold. But yeah, I can't wait to get it done a little bit more. This is the blue from Aldi. I've just kept it in the bag to keep it clean because it's such a big ball. But it's the navy from Aldi. Love, love, love this yarn. I would use the Aldi Aran at every possible opportunity of using Aran because it is just so nice. It crochets up nice, it knits up nice, and it washes really nice as well. If you remember my jumper, which is grey on the top and then like a purpley, yeah, it's like a purpley colour at the bottom, that is in this, and I love it. I love the yarn. I didn't know did they have this one in the double knit. I did see some double knit in their Shan, but it wasn't really that good. The double knit that I've bought in the past, now I've only ever bought white and grey, I think, and this was the first time that I realised Aldi had yarn. That was probably like a couple of years ago now. It was really thin. A lot of people now have said that it's a bit thicker than it used to be. But I find the Aldi, the Aran okay. I don't have any problem with that. I just had like a really lazy morning today. Yesterday, I've explained I am vlogging today, so I didn't get out of bed till 11:30. Me and Ian woke up at 9 yesterday morning, and we sort of laid there for a little while, and then all of a sudden it was 11:30, so we must have fell back to sleep. And today I didn't go to sleep till 2 this morning, just because I wasn't tired. And then my alarm went off at 9. I'm like, no, turn it off. And I got up at 10. I really need to get back into a routine of getting up a little bit earlier. Tomorrow I'm at Tina's, so I've got to be up early. And Wednesday I'm hoping to get up a bit earlier as well. Yeah, I have noticed that they've gone up in price. But I still think for £5, it is really good value because you're getting 400 grams. So you're getting like, in theory, 4 balls. And I'm happy to pay the I was really happy obviously to pay the £3.99. I have noticed it's gone up, and also with the other yarn that I got, this one, this has gone up as well. This used to be £2.99, I'm sure of it. This is like the chenille baby blanket stuff, and I'm sure this has gone up in price. They've actually got like what numbers on it now. This is a 5, chunky. Chunky. I wonder if the other one has got that. No, but that's got like a sticker on the front of the actual bag. Because I got the mustard and the red. The double knit, are they £3.99 or £4.99? I can't remember now, because I haven't bought any. And I suppose if it is £5 for 4 balls, it's still not really that bad. Yeah, for 20% wool as well, it's warm, so it is good. Oh, it's £3.99, which is still really good. That's if you add the penny to make it £4, £1 a ball, which is really good. I can get Stylecraft from the market for £1.60 a ball, so £1 a ball is really, really good. But I find it's better for amigurumis and things, because I have made a shawl out of the Aldi double knit, and it wasn't as thick as it needed to be, so I used it as a 4-ply, and it came out okay. Yeah, to be honest, I think when I was buying the Aran balls, like the 400 grams for the shark towels that I did years ago, did I make them before YouTube? I think I did. And they were £7. Then I went in there another day, like a couple of weeks after, and they went up to £8. So like in a couple of weeks they went up to £8, and I don't know whether because people were buying them, because the second time I went in there they didn't have as much variety, so maybe they were thinking, oh, as they're selling, we'll put the price up. I just got to open the window, I'm so warm. But it's so cold out, that's the problem. I left my coffee over there. So what is everyone's plans for projects at the moment? My sister finally, I finally taught her on Saturday how to do a granny square, and she was getting a bit confused at the beginning because of all the corners, and then I was explaining to her that you only chain 2 in the corners, and then around the edge I always chain 1 in between each cluster, but I know some people that don't chain any at all, they just go into the next one, and she was getting a bit confused with that. And I said the bigger it gets, the easier it will become. And she did, I think, 4 rounds, and she said, oh, that's it, that's all I'm doing. I was a bit like, what do you mean that's all you're doing? She goes, no, I want to make loads and loads of little granny squares to make a blanket. I went, really? She went, yeah, I'm going to sew them all together. I said, Case, you're going to get bored. You are really, really going to get bored of doing little granny squares. So I said, why don't you do bigger granny squares? like 8 to 10 rounds, and then it won't be so bad. And so she carried on for another round, I think. And then she went, I could just do a big, massive granny square. Like, well, yeah. I've seen your post, Sean, with the all the packages that you've received. See, I'm no good at sewing things together. I never have been, and I probably never will be. It's my pet hate. So I think sewing up blankets and things like that, I think I would just, I don't know, I'd put it off and put it off and put it off until like the last week, and then be frantically trying to stitch blankets together. I've got 5 things that I want to make, and I'm hoping, because I want to make that little top for, or little romper for Mikey for the summer. My sister finds out what she has on Easter Sunday, so we will find out Easter Sunday, which I can't wait. She thinks it's a girl. I think it's going to be a girl. But either way, it really, really doesn't matter. And if it's a girl, then I'm afraid my channel will be mainly little girl items on the go. But I'm looking forward to it. Mikey has actually started to walk this weekend. Saturday evening, like my sister left here, and I'm just going to put this on the floor out of the way so it's not bustling. She left here and went to my mum's, and he was walking backwards and forwards from his dad to my mum. And it was so cute. He was doing like a couple of steps. And then yesterday I went to my mum's, and he was literally walking from one side of the living room to the other side of the living room. And he was doing so well. And it was so funny because if he was trying to get, say, from me to my dad that was on the other side of the room, and he fell halfway, he would crawl all the way back to me and start again. It was really funny. It was like, no, we've got to reset, go back to where I started and try again. But so cute, so cute. He's growing up too fast. They all do. They all grow up. Oh, thank you, Jean. I try my best. Okay, Sarah. I'll catch you soon. I don't know how long I'm going to be on. It's only 1:45, so Ian normally gets home about 3:30. But I just thought I'd quickly pop on and see how everyone was. What is? What was? Is. I'm so glad Ian's got his car back on the road now, so I ain't got to go and pick him up if I've got the car or anything. Makes it so much easier. But he's hoping to. He wants his wheels refurbished, so he's hoping to do that when we go on holiday, and then he ain't got to worry about not having a car. Really hot in here at the moment. I had to pop to the post office, which is literally over the road, but it was cold out. Really warm in here. My hat goes off to you, Sean. It really does, because there was no way I could sew all them squares together. I did a blanket that was in total 90 squares, and it was from the knitting, the art of knitting. So can I pull this out? I've got these books, but I had the art of knitting as well. So you could make a blanket very similar to what's on the front there. And that was 90 squares, and I sewed all them together. Did I sew them or did I crochet them? I think I sewed them actually. And I've said that I would never, ever, ever do it again. And that's why I said to my sister, you won't sew all them together, all them hundreds of little squares. I don't know how big she wanted it. Well, we haven't got sunshine today. We've got very misty sky. Like if out of our kitchen, it's sort of, you can see a little bit further out, and it's really misty in the distance. But I think it's like misty rain, because you go outside and it is very damp. We had lovely sunshine a couple of days last week, but today is miserable. Yesterday was miserable. Saturday was miserable-ish. It wasn't too bad. Can you send some of that sunshine this way then, please? Yes, it's not sunny at all. Very overcast. I'm not a winter person. I like the summer. Or I like sort of the end of spring going into summer when it's warm, but you don't have to go out with a coat or a cardigan or anything. But I don't like it when it's really, really hot, you can't sleep and you just feel uncomfortable. I like it when it's just right. I don't mind a good thunderstorm though, as long as I'm inside. Like my cousin, she moved to Canada, and they get like minus 40 odd. And you think, oh my goodness, we moan when it's like nearly zero. And I can't. Why would you want to move to somewhere where it's constantly cold? They do get good summers, but it's constantly cold. Why would you want to do that? No, thank you. The best thunderstorms that I've ever seen was, I was petrified at the time, but me and Ian went to Malta, our favourite place to go, and this was back in 2010. And is it 2010? Yeah, it must have been. And me and Ian went out for a drive because we could see the thunderstorm in the distance in the sea, so in the Mediterranean, and we could see it in the distance. And we thought it would be a really, really good idea to go up to it's like a radar type place that is really, really like on a dirt track right at the end of a bit of land, I suppose, on a little like cliff edge. We thought it would be a good idea to go up there, and I was so scared. We could still see the thunderstorm in the distance, and it was coming towards us basically. So it was passing over, and it got really windy, and we were parked on top of this bit of land, whatever you want to call it, and the car was jolting from one side to the other. And I just looked at Ian. Ian looked at me, and we was like, "Come on, we're going." So we went down, and we went up to the top of the Malta where the Gozo ferry is, and then it got so bad that the sea was coming over the road, and the car was getting absolutely like splattered with seawater. It was crazy. So we then decided we really need to make our way back. We was in a little Fiesta, I think it was, and we was like, we need to make our way back. We can't stay out here. Then the rain came, and it was horrendous. You couldn't see out of the window. I've never been so scared in all of my life. I'll tell you that now. It was so scary, and we had to go up a really, really windy road, and it was up, like, the hills in Malta are crazy. They're literally like that. But this road was windy as well, but there was no edge to it. So you was literally on a bit of tarmac that had been plonked on a bit of hill that went winding up, and the lightning actually hit the car. All the lights come on the dashboard, and the car actually turned off, but then turned itself back on again. So I don't know whether, like, the electrics knew what had happened or whatever. But we did finally sort of get to the petrol station at the top of the hill, and we managed to shelter around the back of the shop bit, and just wait for it to pass. And I tell you, I've never ever been so scared in all my life. And I do like a good thunderstorm. And since then, we haven't seen a thunderstorm in Malta, because we went in September, and every time that we've been back since, it's been July, the very end of June, July, and that is not their storm season. But oh my goodness, just thinking back to it, and every time, like, we do hear thunder or there's lightning here or anything, we always say to each other, that time when we was in Malta, oh, it's just, yeah, I would not want to experience that again. And I think if we was in Malta and there was another storm, I would stay safely in my hotel room or wherever we were. But yeah, it was so scary. Yeah, we knew that we were okay, because obviously you're on rubber tires, and that's sort of ground you. I don't know how it works, but anyway, and I think that's obviously why the car cut off and then come back on again. But the whole dashboard lit up as like there was a power surge, and so we knew we was okay in the car and everything. But it was just so scary. It was really, really scary. We got back to the hotel. Ian's sister and boyfriend stayed in the hotel. They didn't want to come out with us, which they had the right idea at the time. And they watched it from the hotel. But we got back, and literally the roads were like that with water. You'd open the car door, and you like, I had flip flops on. Obviously, it was in a hot country. And we didn't realise that the storm would actually come right over. We thought it was passing the other way. But oh my God. Yeah. Never, ever again would I want to do that. I was petrified. And I said to Ian, I've never been so scared in all my life. And then a couple of years later, we was talking about it, and I did say to Ian, I said, I thought I was going to die that night. I really did. It was one of those where it was really petrifying. And I said to him, I thought I was going to die that night. I thought that was it. Our time's up. We're in the middle of a storm, that in a place where obviously we knew where we were and where we was going, because we knew Malta quite well. It's a tiny island, but you're in a foreign country, it was just scary. And he had the cheek to say, yeah, I was petrified too. You was driving. You was the one driving. He said that has been his scariest moment ever. It reminds me of something that would be in a horror film. And yeah, I just didn't like it. I didn't like it. So you get a thunderstorm here in the UK, and a little bit of rain, lots of lightning, lots of thunder. But this was wind, rain, and so much rain that you could never ever imagine. It was, I've never seen so much rain come down in all my life. Yeah. Yeah, I think they have got worse. But it's just, you think, especially in Malta, because obviously they have storm seasons, so their storms are crazy. They're in the middle of the sea. And I don't know, I just think that it's just crazy. Hi Sonia, how are you? I'm all good. How are you doing? Didn't really miss much. Me explaining my most terrible moment in my life, but it was only because I was in the middle of a storm. Oh, I couldn't go and chase tornadoes and things. Um, we was in the middle of a thunderstorm, Sean, and it was the most terrifying thing I've ever experienced. We was in the car, the lightning hit the car, all the lights come on the dashboard. It was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. We was in Malta at the time, but it was the worst thing ever. I like a good storm in the middle of the night. I know that sounds really odd, but when a storm wakes you up and you can just I could just stand there and look out the window all night and watch it and watch and hear the thunder, and if obviously it's raining. But yeah, I like midnight storms. During the day you can't really see anything unless it's like really overcast and cloudy and quite dark. But hi Hannah. Yeah, Shani's here. Well, hopefully they can do something, Sonia. I really like the filter you've been using on Instagram. I like a good rainfall as long as I'm indoors. I'm not out in it. And I like to go to sleep with the rain hitting the window, like laying in bed and hearing the rain hit the window. Um, that's quite relaxing. I don't really use the filters on Instagram. I've never really thought to. Normally, I'll go straight to Snapchat if I want to use a filter. I don't Instagram as much as I should do, really. Oh yeah, I suppose yeah. Your craft room is in your conservatory, so I bet that does sound really nice. It's so calming. It's such a calming sound. Rain. I used to like it when we was in Cornwall and we was camping, and of a night you could hear the rain on the tent. But even when I was little, we had a caravan, and you could hear the rain on the roof. It's not nice when you need to go a wee though, because it makes it feel worse, and you're like, oh, do I really need to go to the toilet? Because when we go camping, there's a toilet block, and in the middle of the night, it's like, and then you go outside and you look around and you're like, it's not even raining that hard. It just sounds so much more on a tent, or in a caravan. You walk out and you're like, oh, is that it? I do miss going Cornwall. But obviously, if I went to Cornwall, I wouldn't be able to film or vlog or anything because we don't have the internet there. Obviously, I have my phone, um, so I'd probably have to just go live every now and again. Hi, Carol. So I'm working on my granny square, hoping to get it a lot bigger so I can gift the finished item. You never know. By the end of the week, it might be done. I can't see that happening, especially with the other things that I want to get started as well. But I haven't crocheted for so long. All of my latest projects have been knitting. I've knitted this, which is now finished. So if anyone who is new here, as I think only Connie was here, but this is my finished jumper with loads of ends. Really cozy. I love it. Just need to weave in all the millions of ends, and the yarn is so nice. The sleeves are a tad little bit too long. Now, I would probably say about that much too long, but I can always pull them up, I suppose. I'm not going to block this just because I think it's going to grow so much, as it is quite a stretchy yarn. So I'm just going to wear it as it is and go from there. And I'll put it on a wool wash in the washing machine when I decide to give it a wash, and hopefully try to dry it as flat as I can. We shall see. Thank you, Sonia. It is lovely. It's so nice. The pattern that I used, for anyone that is wondering, is this. If I can pull it out, is from the Simply Knitting magazine, and it's called Midnight Blue, from issue 180, and I did alter it a little bit. I made it longer. Well, that's all I really did. I made it longer. If any of you remember me wearing a grey jumper with, it's got like pink with like snowflake type things, I do wear it quite a lot, I must admit. And I did the length on that because I just really like that length, and that has come up a little bit shorter, but it's still fine. And I think wearing that with jeans or leggings will be perfect. Yes, I finally sewed it together. I spent yesterday sewing it together and wanted to tear my hair out the whole time I was doing it, but it's finally done. Did you try the Kitchener? Did you try stitching up with the Kitchener stitch, Connie? It's either that or you can do toe up socks. The socks that I'm doing now toe up, obviously, but they don't require any sewing up at all. You just need to do a cast off, a stretchy cast off, basically. So Pink at the bottom. What do you mean? This one? Pink at the bottom. It was the cozy yarn. And if you remember, when I started this jumper, I was worried about the really thin bit at the bottom. And to be honest, it doesn't look too bad. Now they're both together, and both of the thin bits are in the same-ish place. So once this side, I need to restitch, but they will sort of be in the same place. And someone did mention about doing it for the sleeves, but I had thrown it all away by then. I was like, no. I did another jumper before Christmas that was with the Aran, and that was with the eyelets at the bottom. It wasn't lace, it was like eyelets at the bottom, and I wear that jumper quite a lot. That is so comfortable. I actually wore that last week. I've crocheted 2 jumpers. They are one of them was in the, I think both of them were in the Simply Crochet magazine actually, and one's is bright pink, 3/4 sleeves, and one is grey with all the different colours through the middle. But that is so thick and bulky that it is a proper like deep winter jumper. And I think I've worn that once this winter, as we haven't had that much of a cold winter. Hi Jackie, how are you? All the way from Australia. What time is it there, Jackie? It is 2:10 in the afternoon here. I do love knitting for myself. I know that sounds so selfish, but I think or even like knitting for Mikey and babies and things like that. I don't mind that, because I can see the final result or the final item being used. Where I've gifted so much stuff in the past, and I've never ever seen it been used. Ian's sister, I made like my nephew a few bits, and she did use those. I knitted a jumper and a hat. I've actually got a picture of when Callum was a baby in the jumper and the hat that I made him, and I made some few other bits for him as well. And really, really, it gives me, I don't know what the word is, but I get so pleased with people actually using what I make and people being able to get use out of it, like a jumper or a hat and things like that. So and I think that's why I make things for myself, because I know that I will wear them. I've got hundreds of shawls that I don't wear, but I love making shawls. And sometimes I do sit here on the sofa in the evening when I'm cold. I will put a shawl around my neck, like my shoulders, just to keep me warm. So yeah. 10:40. Are you using YouTube to teach you how to learn to knit? That was bad English, but you knew what I meant. Very Pink Knits is very good if you're watching YouTube. Yeah, I love wearing my own stuff. The shawl that I made, if you watched my vlog, you would have seen me pinning out the shawl on the floor when Casey was here. I actually gifted that to her for Mother's Day. I put it in a bag and I took Mikey out to the car, and put the bag on his arm and went in and said Happy Mother's Day to her, and like it was from Mikey. It was really cute. Simply in Stitches, she is really, really good. Love her videos so much. Tina, isn't it? Tina, I'm sure it's Tina. She's done socks. I think she's done a jumper. She's done a few tutorials. She does a lot of cross stitch as well. I'm bisexual. I can do both. And I'm so grateful that I can do both because I know so many people that can't. Like my sister, she just can't get the hang of knitting at all. Um, my nan used to knit and crochet, but she was better at crocheting than she was knitting. Um, and I would say, me personally, I was probably just as good at both. Um, I'm not better at one or the other. I'm about the same. I enjoy doing both. So be selfish, Sonia, and make something for yourself, because that way I like I like to knit things for myself because I know that there is no time limit either. I can just knit for myself, be relaxed about it. But this year I do want to start Christmas presents early. I say that. I do really want to make some like gloves and hats and scarves, maybe like little sets and that, just because I've got some really pretty like glove patterns for ladies and things like mittens and fingerless gloves. I'd just like to give them a try. I might make one pair and think, oh, I'm not making no more of those. And then I'll think of something else. But I think if I start early enough, I'll have that time to think of other things to make. It's Jackie, it's Very Pink Knits. I can't remember the lady's name, but that is the channel name, Very Pink Knits. What do you mean if you're seen on live YouTube? I love handmade. No, very, Jackie, very, Verry, very, very pink knits. Like I made the jellyfish last year, the jellyfishes, and I made the teddy bears. If you remember the pink and purpley teddy bear and the blue teddy bear, I've actually still got those in my loft because they didn't sell, and they were made from the Aldi yarn, and they were crocheted, and they crocheted so quickly, and I really enjoyed making them. But I won't make any more because I've still got two in the loft. So I am thinking of gifting one to the new baby when it's here. As I have one blue and one pink, I can then choose what one to give. Um, I haven't got to worry about that. I know I made Mikey one of the teddy bears. It's in blue, a blue colour, but it's different blue. And I made him a jellyfish, which is in a purple. What colour was the jelly? Did I make a jellyfish? I can't remember now. I can't remember, but I'm sure I did. My sister made jellyfishes as well. I want to make more Christmas presents. Not so I don't have to go out and buy presents, obviously, but like for the adults, because we don't buy adults presents. Um, Obviously, we buy my mum and dad, Ian's mum and dad, and then we buy the kids. So we don't buy for the siblings. Um, so I think that even if I made something that obviously doesn't cost a lot of money because I've already got the yarn and just make some nice little sets up. And I think that would be quite nice. Obviously, I probably wouldn't do it every year, but I've always wanted to make my sister a Star Wars or Star Wars um, trooper. What are they called? Stormtrooper um, blanket. But I think that would take me forever, and she would get it in about 10 years' time. I don't blame you, Jackie. I really don't. You be selfish and you make things for yourself because it's hard to sell things, and I'm sure Sean and Sonia and whoever here has sold stuff in the past will tell you that people don't appreciate sometimes, not all the time, and not everybody. They don't appreciate the time that goes into making something. So you might say to someone, "Oh, that's X amount," and they go, "Oh, just that." Now, not being horrible, but my mum does that quite a lot, where I will try and sell like the unicorns. I was selling them at £20 each, and she was like, "That's a lot of money." Well, not if you think about the time that's gone into it, the yarn that's gone into it, the stuffing, little fiddly bits sewing on, and everything. You couldn't buy something like that in a shop for £20. Especially if you went in the Disney store. All right, I know it's Disney. If you went in the Disney store, you wouldn't be able to buy a teddy that is crocheted like that for £20. And she was like, "Well, I suppose not." So you have to put you have to sort of change people's perspective of it. I made my mum last year a grey and white shawl, and for when she went to Spain. At the time, not realising that we would be going to Spain, me and my sister going to Spain too. But I made her that, and she loved it, and she really, really loved it. And not one time did she go like there was no depreciation of it. She really, really appreciated it. And I think because I changed her mind a little bit about other things in the past, people do sort of change their mind about things. Um, but a lot of people, they're like, "I'm not paying that." They'd rather go and buy a cheap teddy somewhere. Um, so yeah, like I don't know. It's swings and roundabouts. Chargo needles. I really, really would like a decent set of circular needles. Really, really, because I don't use straight needles hardly at all anymore. I've got so many straight needles, but I would never get rid of them. And I would really like a really nice set of interchangeables, or maybe just fixed, either or a really nice set of um, circulars. Exactly, Sonia. Some people are grateful, some are not so much, and then you just think, "Well, did I bother? Why did I bother?" You just can't price things up. If you worked it out how long it take you to make something, wow, you'd be charging over hundreds of pounds. and people won't pay that. And I understand that. Like, if you've made a cardigan that has taken a month to make, then you can't charge hundreds of pounds for it because someone won't pay that. My coffee's gone cold. Yes, it's cold. The reason I charged £20 for them unicorns was I made them for a friend, and he has helped Ian out in so many ways, and he wanted 2 of them, so I said, I'll charge you £20 each, and he was over the moon with that price. And then he said, oh, I want another one. It was his niece's birthday coming up, so he wanted another one. So yeah, I made him another one, and that is the reason why I did that price. I have sold them unicorn. Well, I did make a unicorn exactly the same before, and I charged 30. So I know it sounds really bad, but I do fluctuate between my prices depending on who it is. Yeah, friends and family, I will charge one price. People that want to buy something that I don't even know and whatever, obviously a little bit different. Exactly, Build-A-Bear are quite expensive for what they are. It's just a bit of material sewn up and then it's stuffed in the shop. Yeah, I use straight needles for years, Jackie. Absolutely years I use straight needles. It's only been the last year or so that, or probably about a year. Yeah, about a year. I've used circular needles and I absolutely love them. They're easier to hold. And in the summer, I know it sounds really strange, but in the summer, you've just got your hands occupied with circular needles. You haven't got the whole bit of yarn, like the whole bit of knitting. It's really different. I don't blame you, Sonia, for charging £100 because these things take so much yarn for one, as they're quite big, and they take time. Now, I've seen on Wish, and there was another website, I can't remember what it's called, that was selling the mermaid tails, and they were really thin and cheap and nasty, and I think they were £7, £8. And someone did say to me, I can get that cheaper than what you've charged for. I didn't charge the shark tails because they were birthday or Christmas presents. They were Christmas, birthday, I think they were Christmas, can't remember now. And I did make a small baby's, a little girl's mermaid towel that I made for Ian's sister. She wanted to gift it to one of her friends, and I think I charged £15 or £20 for that, and she was fine with it. She went, yeah, that's fine, and whatever. So the pricing things is just so hard, so hard. That's why I prefer to make things and gift them, as it's just easier, like for birthdays and Christmas and whatever else comes up in the year. I didn't make anything for my mum for Mother's Day this year, just because she is in the process of selling her house and moving to Spain. I'm not going to go and make her a big thick jumper for when she goes to Spain. So I'll wait till she's there, and if there's anything she needs, I might make her like a nice little cardigan one day, and that she can wear in the evening. But we'll just have to wait and see. Yeah. Hi, Joe. Yeah, I just think a lot of people they don't realise how cheap the cheap crap is, and then they regret buying it. I've done it in the past. I've gone on to Wish and I've bought stuff on there, and it's come and I was like, what the hell have I bought? Like, why did I bother wasting £2 on that? So yeah, it all depends. Yeah, I've got so many straight needles, it's unbelievable. I've got now I probably will never get rid of these just because they're always handy, but a whole tin, and these are my pony needles, majority of them, and then I've got like some in the bottom, but these are mostly my pony needles and other bits and bobs that I've picked up. And then here, wow, it's really heavy, is another vase that I've got full of various other needles. My circular needles are in the middle and all here, as you can see. I don't have a way of storing my circular needles, so does anyone have a way of storing circular needles? Because I don't. They're like this, a mess. And these are just like free ones from magazines, like this one is, this one is. These are huge. So yeah, I've got two large jars. Varsing. Well, this is a biscuit tin. Hi Cindy, lovely to see you. Oh no. Will you be able to fix it by picking up the stitches? And is it just a knit stitch that you're doing, or is it a pattern? Yes, circulars are so much easier, so much easier. The problem that I have with these as well is storing them. I don't have anywhere to store them because they're quite long. Some of these, like this one is plastic, but they are quite long. Some majority of them are quite short. But the bigger you go, the longer. But I've picked these up over the years in various like eBay, in different places. eBay, Hobbycraft, The Range. I think a couple were from Poundland, to be honest. Have you dropped a stitch, Jackie? If you've dropped a stitch, you don't have to rip back. You can pick that stitch up. I knitted with straights until last year, and then I started sock knitting. I started magic loop, and yeah, I've been collecting circular needles for a little while, but they're not perfect. I think they're pony ones. I think some of them I already had, but I would like to get some. I say half decent. The ones I've got are okay, but I would like to get some better ones. I just find that I wanted to get a set that I could have interchangeable, but then have I use 2.5s for my socks and have them included in the set. But whatever set that I've looked at don't go that small. They normally start at 3 mil or 3.5 mil. But maybe I should just bite the bullet and buy myself a set. I don't know. If anyone's got any recommendations. Yeah, they're just there, and they do get a bit tangled and messed up. But I've got nowhere else to store them. It's a bit silly, really. But yeah, I don't know. I really like, because I've got 2 sets of these now, knit prosings. These ones are horrid. They are so horrible. They're so bad that even on the back of the packet, I put no good. They are millwood. I don't know where I got them from. I think they were from eBay. 2.5s, 80 centimetre. Just the standard circular needle, but the join is so. I just can't get my stitches over the join, no matter how loose I do it. Yeah, I just can't. So, but I did get myself a pair of these for Christmas, which are the knit prosings, and then I love them so much that I've decided to get myself another pair. So knit prosings are my way forward for sock knitting. If anyone else has any good circular needles. I am. Oh, I've also got symphonies. I might be in the bag. I've also got symphonies actually. Nope. Haha. I also bought myself some Knit Pro symphonies. So these are bamboo, wood, whatever. Yeah, 2.580 centimetre. So I've got 4 sets of half decent sock needles. So these are my other sock needles. I think these might be ponies. They might be pony ones. I can't remember off the top of my head. Sorry if there's a bit of a glare. But they are in my Knit Pro Zing packet that these needles came in. So I know I have 4 sets of good sock needles. I haven't tried the Knit Pro Symphonies yet. I might try them on my next socks. Give them a try, but they're always in my bag. I don't know why I keep all these in one bag, and then these ones I keep in the drawer. So, but never mind. Oh, let's put the socks back. If you weren't here in the beginning, can't remember who was and who wasn't. I have finally got up to the heel of my sock, and I am going to try the garter stitch fish lips kiss heel. So knit every row. The Knitting Expat does that quite a lot. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to trying that this evening. I thought I would do my crochet while I was here, because there's no way I'd be able to knit a sock or knit a heel. Yeah, the cheap needles are terrible. Now I did buy some wooden ones. Now, without pulling everything down, can I get them? Now these I bought on eBay in a whole bunch of needles. I will read your comments in 2 seconds. Now these are just wooden, and they've got like the size sort of stamped into the wood. And I used these to knit that whole jumper, and they were perfect. They were so good. And to be honest, there's nothing wrong with these needles. They were really good, but they're just really short. I must have got, I don't know what size I got, but they were really good, and they did that jumper perfectly fine. No snags or anything. I try not. I used to store everything in carrier bags, but I try not to now. I try to at least have it in a bag, like a project bag, even if it is just one of my emoji bags or a washcloth bag or something. See, I don't think I'll be able to knit on 9-inch circulars. I think I'm so used to doing magic loop that I don't know, maybe one day I'll give it a try, but I just can't imagine myself doing 9-inch circulars. To be honest, Sonia, the Knit Pro Zings that I've got, a little bit of the red is coming off. I think because I've knitted with them quite a bit, but it doesn't. There's no. It's just like a little bit of the colours coming off, so it's not too bad. Don't be afraid to use circular needles. They're just the same as a straight needle. They work exactly They work exactly the same. Yeah, they are, Jackie. They are better with slippery yarns. Ah, see, I've never tried Tunisian crochet. I have got a Tunisian hook. I've never tried Tunisian crochet though. Oh, another one there. I think I've got another one somewhere as well, to be honest. I'm sure I had a more fancier one than that. I don't know where it's gone. See, I've got double pointed needles. I've got the wooden ones. Oh, the things come out. And I got these free with the Simply Knitting magazine. But it only came with 4. Did it? It must have come with 5, surely. Or if it did, it's not in here now. It's probably been lost. But these came with the Simply Knitting magazine. And I knitted my first, yeah, it must have come with 5 because there was a gap there for 5. And I knitted socks with these. And I hated every minute of them. I could not do DPNs. Don't be silly, Jackie. You'll be able to make socks. Socks are not as hard. Socks are not as hard as people make out. They're really, really not. They're really quite easy. Magic loop is pretty easy. DPNs are too fiddly, far too fiddly. Oh no, DPNs, no, don't interest me. No, yeah, I've never tried Tunisian. It's not something that really tickles my fancy, to be honest. I would like to maybe try it, just do like a washcloth or something. I think, who was it that did a washcloth? I think it was actually Hannah from the Cozy Cottage Crochet, where the yarn came from the socks that I'm knitting at the moment. Everyone has their preferred way of knitting socks. My preferred way is magic loop 2 at a time, toe up or toe down, with a fish lips kiss heel. You might like doing 1 at a time, DPNs, with a heel flap and gusset. It all depends. It took me a couple of times to do socks to actually, for me to think, I really enjoyed making those, I'm going to make them again. No, I don't stop. And I've got so much sock yarn I've got to get through. So yeah. For toe up socks, there is a couple, even if you just Google toe up socks, I think very pink knits, she does so many good tutorials. Off the top of my head, I can't think of any toe up. I can't remember what Tina did from Simply in Stitches. Was that cuffed down? It might have been. I can't remember. But yeah, just give it a search on YouTube. And there's so many different ways people do them. So you might watch one video and think, no, I'm not doing that. Watch another video and think, yeah, that looks good enough. Or have you, Sonia? I might have to have a look at those when they go up. Just have a try. I've never crocheted socks. Never. I've only ever knitted socks. I have crocheted the Converse style slippers, the adult size. I've made 2 pairs of those, but I've not socks. Yeah, Judy's Magic Cast On for toe up socks is brilliant, and that's what I used for this pair. Or the Russian Cast On is quite good. It's very similar to Judy's Magic Cast On. Worked in exactly the same way. But yeah, I think it was cuffed down as well, Connie. I can't remember. It was such a long time ago since I've watched it. I've got so many Vedas to watch as well. I'm about 4 days behind. Yeah, I can imagine crocheted socks being quite thick, to be honest, because obviously the fabric that you produce with crochet is a lot denser. I don't know. I've never crocheted with 4-ply yarn or sock yarn, so I wouldn't know. Wouldn't know. But this evening, I think I'm going to have a really chilled evening, catch up with some Vedas, knit to the heels in my socks, and see what happens from there. I normally watch YouTube of an evening on my iPad, sat on the sofa while Ian's watching his programs on the TV, or playing Xbox or whatever he's doing. Sonia, to be honest, there is a few channels that I've had to let go, and none of them are any of us in this community, if you know what I mean. Like yourself and Sean, Jan, Kelly, and all people like that. I still watch, and I still watch all of your videos because I just enjoy watching. But there's a lot of makeup videos that I used to watch. There's a lot of lifestyle videos that I used to watch. I just haven't got time, and I just flick through them. I used to watch a lot of urban exploring. I just have to flick through them now, and every now and again I might go back and watch a few. But I'm really into watching the people I enjoy watching, and I think because before I did YouTube, I used to watch a lot of makeup tutorials and beauty and things like that. Then I found, off the top of my head, to be honest, I can't remember who I found first, whether it was Sean, Jan, or Karen. And then one of you did like a little shout out video, and I got subscribed to more of you. And then Karen gave me a shout out, which then helped me with my subscribers so much. I'm so thankful to her for giving me that shout out, because that did bump me up like instantly, and it put me in touch with all these other lovely people that are part of I call it our little community. Now, when I say that, I do mean the people that are always interactive on my channel, and the people that are always commenting. And yeah, it's our little community. I love it. I love it. I love seeing all your comments on my videos. I'm not good at replying, I will say that now. Sometimes I will read them and think I'll reply later and completely forget. But this is our little community, and I absolutely love it. But there is a few channels that I've had to let go, and they are mainly channels that I don't watch no more because it's not what I'm into. Makeup, lifestyle. I enjoy watching the knitting and the crochet and the chit chat, and yeah, I just enjoy it. Yeah, storms in Malta. I don't want the memories back. Our community is the best, Connie. 100%. Yeah, I remember watching one of your first videos, Sonia, and it was actually, you had made a top, and I'm sure it was in pink. Now this is going back some. It was in pink, and you had it on your mannequin, and you was explaining how you did it. I can't remember what stitch was. Was it a cross stitch? I honestly can't remember now. And I was just like, that is so nice. It might have been a cardigan, I can't remember. And it was so lovely. It was so nice. It was really, really nice. Yeah, I think Karen is the one to blame. No, I'm only joking. She is um, she boosted loads of people's channels up because she just gave everyone shout outs, and it was so nice of her to do that. It was really, really nice of her to do that. Yeah, I do really enjoy vlogging while I'm out and about. I do get a little bit nervous, I must admit. Like even still now, I'm okay when I'm with someone. It's when I'm on my own. Um, yeah, when I'm on my own, I get a little bit like people are going to look at me a bit weird, and but I think everyone has that, and I think it's we all have to get over that fear because it's so common nowadays. Like I remember going to Comic Con last year before, the amount of people walking around with cameras vlogging. Most people were vlogging, and I'm sure it's the same if you go to a yarn festival. People are vlogging about it, and you see these daily vloggers or weekly vloggers or whatever. I just think that it's becoming more and more common to have a camera and film what you're doing. Um, and it's nice. I love doing YouTube. It's one of them things that I'm so glad that I started. I was so nervous in the beginning, and I was really worried about what I would put up and things, but I really, really enjoy doing it, and I love the people that I've met through it. And I just wish that there was a place that we could all click our fingers and we would all be in the same place, so we could all meet up and chat and have a coffee or a tea or whatever. And this is the I think this way is the best way we're gonna get. We're not gonna get no better than going live, all having a chin wag and a chat and getting to know each other a bit better. I just love it. I really do. Oh, you remember it then, Sonia? Yes, Karen is definitely a sweetheart. I don't know why she stopped doing videos. I am not sure. I don't know whether it was health or whatever. I don't know. I don't know personally why she stopped, but she used to do some really, really lovely videos, and maybe one day she will come back when she's ready to come back and do videos again. Um, fingers crossed. Yeah, I think you just got to tell yourself, Sonia, I don't care what people think of me. I don't care what people are looking. Just get on and do it. And I think that is the way forward, to be honest. You can't keep thinking, people are going to look at me weird, and you just got to sort of do it. Sorry, there's something in my headphone. I'm just trying to get it out. Never mind. Yeah, I think I meet upward. I remember um oh my god, the name's gone out of my head. 24 karat crochet. Zoe, that's it. Zoe. She um she's also one that I watch like every week that she puts up a video. Um and I know she did a meetup in Manchester, and she met up with Jan and people like that. Um I just wish that we could do it because it would be so amazing. Yeah, I do. I hope, Jackie, that she can record again one day. And but she's always around on Facebook and on Instagram. So well, when Duncan has the week off, I hope you have really nice weather. um, you can never tell with our weather though, can you? But being out and about is so nice. Hi Sonia, you're back. Not Sonia, Sarah, you're back. Yeah, she. I liked it when she did the cruise. That was really good. Oh really? I've not. I haven't watched her last two videos. I don't think. Um, I've got like on a watch later. Well, hopefully it won't rain all week. Fingers crossed for you. um, there was someone else that my sister watches. I don't know the channel name or anything, so I can't leave any links or whatever or tell you. But this young girl, she's only young. She's from the UK. She had a YouTube channel. She had over 1,000 subscribers, and she got trolled. And someone managed to get into her YouTube account and deleted everything. She got in touch with YouTube and she said what had happened. She'd explained whatever, and YouTube then said that each and every video that she had ever made is now gone forever. They won't be able to pull it back, and the subscribers that she had, because she had to reopen her account, she would have to start again from the beginning. My sister has resubscribed to this person. She doesn't watch her that much, but she does. She has resubscribed to her, and I think her numbers are back up. And but you know, you just think, why would someone do that? Why would someone go into someone's account and delete everything? I just think it's so cruel. And I think trolls are just like when we was in Jan's live on Saturday night. Why do why do trolls have to what is the point? What gives them pleasure? I really don't understand. Really, really don't. Oh, thank you, Jackie. I really enjoy YouTube, like I said. So yeah, I just I enjoy going live. I enjoy doing videos. I enjoy vlogs. Um, the person that I really enjoy, and I think I enjoy what I enjoy the way she does her videos is the Canadian crocheter. I'm sure that's how she pronounces it, crocheter, crocheter, whatever. Um, I like the fact that she just randomly comes on with something that she's done, and I really like that. And I used to be like that in the beginning. I just used to randomly come on and show what I've been making, show if I finished anything and whatever. And then I don't know, things sort of change. And then I don't know, I went into vlogging, obviously. Um, and I think that after April, I will try and be a little bit more non-vloggy. I don't know if that makes any sense at all. Um, and I've tried not to pressurize myself. Like yesterday, I didn't vlog at all. So I really enjoy talking about what I've made and things. And I think that I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. If you enjoy my vlogs, then I will carry on vlogging because obviously I want to do whatever the people watch enjoy. Obviously, I enjoy vlogging. Um, so yeah, Yeah, Debbie, that's it, Debbie from the Canadian Cochita. I'm sure that's how you pronounce it, but she's lovely, and she's shown her little cottage. She called it the cottage. It's beautiful. It's right by the lake. It's so nice. I do enjoy vlogging. I think when I started my channel, it was all about the knitting and the crochet, and then the more people vlogged, it was like, oh, I want to try that. And I don't want to do things that my subscribers don't want. I don't know whether that makes sense. Like, I know some people would rather watch the craft videos than the vlogs, and then some people would rather watch the vlogs than the craft videos, and that is why I sort of title them craft video or vlog or whatever. But yeah, I don't know, I suppose because I show my knitting and my crochet in my vlogs, you get a bit of everything, I suppose. I don't know. If you enjoy the vlogs, then I will carry on. From May, I will weekly vlog, and it will go up once a week. And then in between, I might even just come on every now and again and show what I've been working on. I find it easier to do my craft videos when I weekly vlog, because when I daily vlog, I get a little bit, I forget what I've told you already in a vlog and whatnot, so I get a bit mishmashed. Cochita, yeah, I believe that is what how her husband pronounced it once, and then it's just sort of stuck. Ah, thank you, Cindy. Well, Mikey will always be in my vlogs at some point or other, so you always have his little face to see. But yeah, this month I am going to try and, even though it's Veda, I am going to try and do a mixture of proper vlogs, like out and about vlogs, or even indoors vlogs and picking up the camera and whatever, and then some more also sit down chatty sort of videos, a little bit like what Jan does, and Kim from Blue Cherub, when she does her vlog everyday videos. So yeah. I just think I have a mixture of people, and even though I had my other channel, which is still live and still people still go and watch the videos, I was just getting a bit muddled with it, and I thought if everything is on one channel, then people can pick and choose what they want to watch. They can subscribe to it, and if I put a craft video up and they're not interested but they want to watch a vlog, then I will title it in a way that they can watch one or the other, and that way you can pick and choose. So that is why I've just stuck to this channel. My other channel is just vacant. Like, there's nothing going on at the moment. I think since August, I think August was my last vlog on there. But yeah, I have no intentions of putting anything up on that channel at the moment. So yeah, it's just there for people to see what I was up to back then, I suppose. Every now and again I do go back and watch my really old videos just to see how bad I looked. Even though it was only like a couple of years ago, I still sit there and cringe. But I feel like I'm a lot more relaxed now. Not every day I put makeup on, and not every day I do my hair. Like today, it's a complete mess, and I just can't be bothered. Like, you all know what I look like, good and bad. you've all seen me early in the morning and late overnight and things, so I'm really nosy. But I hate clickbait videos. Now I try and title my videos in a way that whatever I've titled it is relevant. Like the other day, I was sewing up my jumper. But you do get a lot of people that do clickbait, and I find I don't mind clickbait as this sounds so wrong, but I don't mind clickbait as long as it is relevant. Now, a lot of the time, I watch a family called the Ingham family. There's a lot of I'm in an ahhing about them at the moment, but anyway, I watch them, and every single one of their videos is titled clickbait. They will literally, like, one just before Christmas, one of the daughters dropped one of her advent calendars, and they literally filmed it for like a minute, but the title of the video was like disaster with an advent calendar, or something like that, or makeup revolution disaster, it was something like that, I can't remember now. Complete clickbait. And I think a lot of their videos are like that. I still watch them because I like to be nosy, and the mum's just had a baby and whatever, but my sister got me onto them, and I do watch them quite a bit. Well, I watch them, they daily vlog, and they were the ones that actually got me to daily vlog. That's Ian. So yeah, I do really like their channel because they were the ones that got me to daily vlog, and they enticed me to do it. So yeah, I would just have to put up with their clickbait. Just texting Ian back. Yeah, exactly, Sonia. Yeah. I try to stay as down to earth as possible, or I try to. And I just talk about anything really. Like, I don't try and be something I'm not. Yeah, I haven't really done much crocheting, have I? But we'll get there eventually. I don't know why it's curling a little bit. Maybe because I'm using quite a smaller, not curling, but like gathering up a little bit. Maybe because I'm using a smaller hook than what the yarn calls for, but I don't want the holes to be too big. It's nice because, like, in 2 or 3 years' time, I can go back and watch my vlogs and think, like, and I try to name them in a way that I will remember what happened in that week, and I can always come back and think, oh, that's the week I did that. Let me watch that vlog. Sonia, that's quite funny. Yeah, I understand what you mean. I like to just be me, um, and I like being me because I'm not no yarn snob. I won't go out and buy really expensive yarn and go, oh, I bought this because of this, that, and the other. Yes, I bought one expensive ball of yarn, which is this, which I absolutely love. And I did take it out of the hank. Do you think I can put it back? No. And I did twist it up very badly, but never mind. And I did say that every time that I get a payment from YouTube, as my videos are now monetized, that I will treat myself to a hand-dyed skein of yarn, which I've said that to Ian, and he was perfectly fine with it. And I will either buy, I have decided that I will either buy a hand-dyed skein of yarn, or I would spend the money on, I do need new sock blockers, so maybe next time I will buy some decent sock blockers. The ones I've got are wood. I might buy the plastic sock blockers, or I might buy myself a nice set of circular needles. But I think that is what I'm going to do, because it's a little treat for myself. So yeah, that is what I'm going to do every time I get, which is not very often, don't get me wrong, but the first ever payment that I got from YouTube was back in February, was it February, March time. And I've been doing YouTube for 2 years now. So yeah, like, I'm not expecting to buy something every month, not at all. It probably will be once a year, maybe, I don't know. But obviously the more subscribers you get and whatever, I was only able to remonetize my channel at the beginning of this year because of hitting 1,000 subscribers and so on and so forth. So yeah, I'm not expecting to live off YouTube money, because that is not going to happen. But I would like to treat myself every now and again, and that is what I plan to do. Yeah, Sonia, that is my plan, is just to buy myself something nice. Now, obviously with YouTube you've got to hit a certain threshold. Now this was only £12, and then the rest of the money, I think I bought my knit prosing and symphonies as well, which was another £10. So you're looking at £24 I spent on myself, yarn and 2 sets of needles. And then the rest of the money just went on like bits and bobs, that, like, not bills, but like shopping and just normal, because it goes into the bank and we just spend it like we spend it, like normal shopping, whatever. But it was nice to think, well, I can just treat myself with something that I've always wanted. I've always wanted a hand-dyed skein of yarn, and that is what I bought. And I've always, since I've been knitting socks, I always wanted a nice, decent pair of sock needles, and that's what I did. I went and bought some nice sock needles. They were only from eBay, but then Knit Prosings and a Knit Pro Symphony set. That is what I plan to do, is obviously not spend the whole amount on something, but just a little treat every now and again to buy myself something. Yeah, so that is what I plan to do. That is, what is this? This is 75% wool and 25% nylon. I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet. Maybe, I don't know whether it'll be socks or not. I really don't know yet. I'll have to find that really nice project for it. I might just knit socks and see how it comes out. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Yep, Sonia, 100%. Just treat yourself. That is what life is all about. Sometimes when you get a little bit extra, just take a little bit out of the pot and treat yourself. And then, yeah. Because if you don't ever treat yourself, then, not that it becomes a chore. I don't mean it like that, but it's everyone needs treating every now and again, basically. But I know that I got my first payment. I was excited, and I did say to Ian, every time I get a payment, I will just treat myself with some yarn or something knitting or crochet related that costs a little bit more money than what I would go out and just normally spend on yarn, like £1.60 a ball. I will treat myself. And he was 100% fine with that. So, and I know there's a lot of people, people hide quite a lot on what they make on YouTube and if and whatever. And I don't think I would ever hide it as such. Like I would say, oh, I've got a payment and like this, that, and the other. Because at the end of the day, I get payments on my YouTube channel because of you, because of the people that watch my videos, because of the people that watch the adverts that are on my videos. The reason that I am getting that little bit of money is because of my subscribers. And everyone that I subscribe to that has video adverts on their videos, I watch their adverts. I don't skip it. I watch them, so then that person can get a little bit more back, get a little bit back from me. One person watching an ad probably, I don't even know if it amounts to a penny. I don't know, but it's something that I can say, well, I watch your videos, so I can give something back to you too. Yeah, that is what I do. I give a little bit back as well as receiving a little bit too. Exactly. And I enjoy what I'm doing, and yes, I did do it for for free for a long time because YouTube changed the goalposts, if you want to call it that, and changed how you would receive monetization on your, or monetization, whatever you want to call it, on your channel. And I did do it for free for a long time because I enjoy doing YouTube. I enjoy the community. I enjoy vlogging and uploading and things, and it's a hobby for me basically. And if I can get a little bit back out of that hobby just to buy me a skein of yarn every now and again, then I'm truly grateful for each and every one of you that watch. So yeah. Oh yeah, some adverts are ridiculous, and it's more like watching a film before a video. And I do try and come out of that, and then I go back into it. And 9 times out of 10, there is a different video that you can watch. So that's how I normally do it. If it's a really long advert, I just come back out of it and go back into it, and then a different ad is attached to the video. But because I know how much, because I know that people watch my videos, and I know that because obviously I can see my earnings every month for the people that watch my videos, I just think that it's fair that I watch other people's videos. And to be honest, when, I know it sounds so wrong, but these people that have got millions of subscribers or hundreds of thousands of subscribers, not all the time I watch their videos, but the smaller channels and all of our community, I watch the videos. Oh, I watch the ads. Sorry, the ads. I watch the adverts because we're all growing channels, and we're all barely small. We're all into the same thing, and a little bit, but a little payment at the end of the day. It's just nice. It's just nice. YouTube don't openly talk about their payment system, and it's really hard to get any information on it unless you actually monetize. You don't really get much information about it at all. But I know that you get a percentage of the money on how much someone's watched the advert, and so on and so forth. And I don't 100% understand it, but you've got to reach a certain threshold with AdSense, which is a minimum of £60 to actually get anything into your bank. You can change that threshold yourself, and I did say to Ian, I might change it and put it up to 100. And then I heard that the threshold was going to be changed, so I took it back down to 60, thinking that maybe before the thing changed, because I was at £58, people. £58 I was at before the actual threshold changed. So for however long it was, I wasn't monetizing for. I was £2 away from actually receiving a payment, but never mind. Yeah, and you can't get that money out unless you reach your threshold. But yeah, so I was just very grateful for receiving many subscribers so I could monetize again. And yeah. You are our friend too, Cindy. You truly, everyone, I think everyone is just good friends, and it's so nice to see comments and videos for the people that do put videos up. It's just so lovely. I couldn't have asked for a better community. I do see some podcasters, and obviously they're in a completely different community. I don't know nothing about the people that they talk to in the videos that they share and things. But I couldn't, me personally, I couldn't wish for better people to be watching my videos and to be commenting on my videos. I don't get no hate. I might get the odd thumbs down, but that doesn't really bother me. People might not like the video, or people might not like something that's in it, like it might be sad or whatever. Anyway, but I don't get no hate, which I am so grateful for. I love it. I love this community, and I'm so grateful to be part of it. When I first started YouTube, Jan used to talk about people that commented on our videos and this, that, and the other. And at first I was like, oh, I want to have people that comment on my videos. And yes, it's lovely. I believe Ian is home now. I just heard him come in the car park. So I'm probably going to go. Been lovely chatting to you all today. But I just really, I love it. I really do. I am vlogging today, which is not a lot. I haven't vlogged much today. I probably will just quickly do a sit down and show the jumper. I finished yesterday, even though it needs all the ends woven in, and I hate that job. So that will be a day that I can be bothered. Yeah, thumbs down. They don't like. I've never had more than 3 on a video, I don't think. So it doesn't really bother me, and yeah, it doesn't bother me. If you don't like my video, then you don't like it. I can't force people to like what I put up. So, oh, thank you, Cindy. I'll let him know that you've said hi. Whoopsie, Jackie. I'm going to go now, so we might be able to get some sleep. Yeah, Ian's here, so he did. He walkie-talkied me on the watch, saying, "Can you run me a bath?" So I'm going to do that, as I haven't done that yet, obviously. So thank you to each and every one of you for watching. I'm going to go and do that, make myself a fresh cup of coffee, because the one that I've got is cold. So thank you so much. I love you all. I love you all so much. Thank you, and I shall see you all in my vlog tomorrow. Bye.